Well, welcome to another week of Honors Earth Science. This week we're going to focus in on recording information. We are slowly building our skills when it comes to research. So last week we brainstormed questions with that 635. From there we learned a little bit about how to research effectively. Afterwards, your assessment for the week was to show me that you understood how to analyze resources efficiently and correctly and justify something was reliable or something wasn't. So now that you've found reliable resources, it's then taking information from those resources and recording them somewhere in a way that's going to be organized, and then also so that you can remember and learn from it. So that's the goal for the week this week. So I'm going to jump into the weekly plan so that you can kind of see pacing for the week. This week is a little bit different as well, with a couple of activities going on this week. So again, you can see recording information is our theme. On Monday, you must choose a topic for your next assessment, which isn't going to happen for a couple of weeks. Again, revolving around research. I'll show you where that is and talk through that here in a second. On Monday, you also need to complete all tasks in the how and why we need to take notes page on Schoology. Again, I'm going to walk you through all of that. Shouldn't take you too long, but some very important skills that you're going to take a look at there. Tuesday, you are not coming to school, no matter what. Our seniors are taking the ACT, so instead at home, after you've picked your topic, you're going to continue or start researching your topic using what we talked about last week, and hopefully analyzing and evaluating those resources because they do need to be reliable. You need at least 3. Hopefully you have at least 1 before you even start. You'll understand here in a second. And then from there, once you've found your resources, you need to start taking your Cornell sketch notes. And again, I'm going to talk you and walk you through that. Wednesday is a normal distance learning day. Remember, we've got feedback day. I wanted to really discuss how that's going to be a little bit different this week because you're not being assessed on your notes. Instead, if you turn in your notes early on Wednesday, I will look at them for sure. I'll give you some feedback, but it's not going to be as kind of in-depth as I would for a typical assessment. So Wednesday, no matter what, you are working on your notes. It's the same thing for Thursday. Hopefully you're making adjustments based on any feedback or going back to the directions. And then those notes are due at 11:59 p.m. on Friday. So that's our week. What I want to do now is walk you through each of those different activities so you know what you need to do. So I'm going to go into this research unit folder. I'm going to go down to this first page. It says, congrats, you are now a Fortune 500 research scientist. So this is trying to put you into a real life situation where you're a scientist working for a really large company, but you're in charge of pulling research and information for people who need to make decisions based on whatever the company is about. So if we read the premise, again, you're a research scientist in this research and development department, and your supervisors ask you to write a report. Okay, so that's where we're going. You're going to be writing a report solely on the idea of how we can help life on Earth. And hopefully that seems and looks familiar. That was how we started our research unit, brainstorming those questions. So because that's where we are with this beginning of the next assessment, feel free to use the question and the research that you've done already for your rationale assessment from last week. The key here, though, is that you need to include in your report all the relevant background information so that this company can start a new branch that solely revolves around on helping life on Earth. And again, you get to choose the topic. Okay, so that's task number 1. Choose your topic. The next thing you're going to do is take a look at, and this is for Monday, how and why we need to take notes. So far, I haven't told you any requirements or made you take notes in any specific way. I've just told you that you need to take notes. We're going to change that up a little bit. For Monday, you need to walk through steps 1, 2, and 3. This first one is really interesting. It's pretty fun. Please make sure you have physical paper and a pencil or a pen, something to draw with out while you watch this video. Whatever the TED Talk person asks you to do, please do it. It's supposed to help you understand why drawing is important and how it helps you remember. Okay, so do that activity, have fun with it. Hopefully it inspires you a little bit. The second thing you're going to do is read this article here about why note-taking is so critical and so important, and why we're taking notes in science. Okay, so I just want you to read through this. It is a little bit on the longer side, so read through it. And then while you're reading, I want you to keep track of any key ideas, things that were new to you, and ways that you can improve your own notes by or after reading through that article. Okay? And the last thing you're going to do is you're going to open up this link, which is going to take you to this website, which walks you through the idea of going from Cornell Notes and the purpose of Cornell Notes, and the key characteristics of Cornell Notes, and then something adding to it called Sketch Notes, and kind of merging the two into something a little bit more, I think, user-friendly and usable and understandable. So you're going to watch this video and then think about how this method is going to help you, because these are the notes that you're going to be taking and turning in on Friday, these Cornell sketch notes. Okay, it has to be in this format. It has to have everything that this guy talks through. So, you know, think it through, watch it a couple of times. This is kind of your rubric for what you're turning in on Friday. These are the expectations, everything that's in this video. Okay, so that should take you through Monday. Now, if we look Tuesday, you're researching your topic, finding the resources, and starting your sketch notes. Okay, so you've already hopefully started to do this. Hopefully, like I said, you already have 1 or maybe 2 reliable resources. The next step then, and for the rest of the week, is working on your sketch notes. That assignment is again in this research folder right here, Fortune 500 Cornell Sketch Notes. Okay, the premise is the same as I stated earlier. Like I said, you're conducting research on that topic. You're creating a set of Cornell sketch notes. Okay, now again, 3 different resources. Okay, and what's important, so that you can keep the resources separate, you are not creating one big, huge sketch notes Cornell. Okay, I want you to make sure you separate your Cornell sketch notes based on the information from each of your 3 resources. So if that means 3 different Notability files, 3 different sheets of paper, okay, but they have to be separate and they have to be based on each resource. Okay, again, make sure you're looking at all of the different required sections, like the topic, the main ideas, summary, questions. They talk about icons in this video. Make sure you create your own set of icons so that you consistently use them. You do have to use color. Your choice here is to either do it on paper or on an app on your iPad. Doesn't really matter to me. Okay, this part is extremely important. Okay, do not skimp on your notes. Make sure you're picking resources that are going to give you enough information to write a paper on. Okay, that's what we're working towards. Okay, these notes are going to be the foundation for a paper that you're going to write. If you skimp out now, or if you pick bad resources, you are going to have to redo this again later. Okay, so again, that should take us through the week. If you want some feedback, early turn in on Wednesday. If you have any questions, send me a message or stop by the Zoom. Have a great week.